Yes.
Yeah.
Busy drinking a pink drink because it's Monday.
It's fine.
And this weekend
It
was...
looks extremely healthy, but this is also a CBC premium beer lager. Hello, welcome. Please subscribe. Please watch. Yeah, some very interesting rugby matches.
Yeah.
On
Where do you
weekend.
want to... We start on Friday night.
Friday night.
Ireland, Argentina.
Oh, it's my Ireland.
It's my Ireland.
Yes, Friday night. Yeah.
Bit of a late one for me, but I watched till
it was
the end.
late. I watched the whole thing.
But so it's difficult to gauge with Argentina, like whether they played well or whether Ireland isn't at
It's
their
still not
peak.
Not
Because,
amazing.
I mean, Argentina wins, they'll beat the All Blacks in New Zealand the one week, and then the following week lose by record margin, and same with us.
Yeah, it was
Same
a
with
bit
the
of
Aussies.
a
I mean,
stop-start affair. I thought, Argentina got a yellow card literally in the first minute.
Yeah.
And then Ireland scored 2 tries through Jack Crowley and Matt Hansen, and I thought, yes, they're going to get out.
Yeah, and there was a drop goal as well, I think.
They're
from
going
Crowley.
to Crowley and Hansen. Yeah, and a drop goal on the 20th minute. Beelan got a yellow card in the 15th minute, and but I still thought it's going to be Ireland right at the beginning looked really good. Thank you. Thanks for that.
Yeah, the dog has a squeaking ball. So, so like in terms of intensity, it was like a pretty good game there at the beginning.
Yeah, no, I think Argentina. I actually expected a fairly close game.
Is it?
Because
I thought
they were
Ireland
a bit
was
flat.
gonna-
Ireland was a bit flat last week.
Yeah, but I thought Ireland was going to smash them back.
Yeah.
You know, like whip back
Yeah.
into shape and.
Yeah, I'm going to say this because it just popped up in my head, but it's interesting that and some people will correct it probably, but as far as we know, Joe Schmidt was there when the whole Irish Revolution
Yeah, you get
things
corrected
started.
every time you say this.
Yeah,
but-
I basically get corrected every time I say it as if he's not a good coach.
yeah.
But from my recollection,
Yes.
that's basically when they started playing really well.
Yeah.
And I thought that Australia, the style of play, looks a lot like Irish rugby,
It does a little. Yeah.
with the short passes behind the back and stuff. And they looked extremely fluent, and they actually looked better than Ireland themselves with a similar style of play, I thought.
Yeah. Okay, they
don't
did
know.
play Wales, but
Yeah, I know they played Wales, but it doesn't matter who, if you have bodies in front of you that are tackling and defending and whatever,
yeah.
coached by Gatland, you still have to play well to win that convincingly.
Yeah.
And the way they won, the style that they played, I thought was really good. But I mean, we'll get to that.
We'll
game.
get to that. Yeah. So, like, to be honest, I felt like Argentina could have won the game.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, especially Joe McCarthy try in the 31st minute, and then got yellow card in the 49th in the second half. Argentina started well with Malia scoring a try in the 44th minute.
that
And,
try.
Yeah.
That try was amazing.
Yes.
That must be up there for World Try of the Year, whatever you
Yes.
call it.
Yeah, they do some
It is
amazing
a spectacular
things.
try. Like, not taking anything away from the Irish. Their tries were clinical and, like, amazing.
Yeah.
But Argentina's try was, wow.
And that was the end of
That
the
guy.
scoring. There was a penalty after 50 minutes.
Yeah, the Argentinians missed that drop goal.
Yes.
At that point, Argentina looked like they were going to
Mm.
take it.
Yeah.
They missed that drop goal, and that kind of broke their momentum a little bit.
Yeah.
But I must say, their defence, like the fact that Ireland only scored 2 tries or 3 tries.
They scored 3 tries.
tries. The
and
fact
it
that
was
they only
all of them was all 3 in the first half.
Yeah, but the fact that they only scored 3 tries
Yeah.
is testament to how the Argentinians were defending. Because
Yeah.
like Ireland should have scored 10.
Yes.
Like they were so intense.
Yeah.
So I will say that for Argentina. But
Mm.
still hard to gauge. We're going to see when Australia plays Ireland
Yes.
where they are. I mean,
Well, we'll see where Australia are as well, because we know that Wales, I mean, we'll get to that game, but I didn't know I knew hardly any of those players, and we watched the URC.
Yeah.
Obviously not
obviously
intensely.
Anscombe I recognise.
Yeah.
But like that fullback, looks like he's like 12 or something.
Yeah, very young guy. Like I heard that the prop Griffin is the third choice prop at his club team after Thomas de Toy. I can't even. He plays for one of the English teams.
Yeah.
So he gets hardly any game time, and he's playing for Wales.
Yeah, they did mention him. They said, well, he's getting some good, some good experience playing with Thomas de Toy and those guys.
I thought he played quite well.
Anyway, we digress.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I think Argentina got a yellow card in the 74th minute, which was probably at a crucial time. Is the time when you.
But they're still there at the end. They were in the 22 at the end of the game, so they could have taken it. I think they'll be disappointed that they didn't take it.
It was definitely a very good opportunity to beat.
Like a massive scalp. Yeah.
Yes, what people would say is the best team in the world.
Yeah.
At the moment.
Yeah. After these last 2 weeks.
Before these 2 weeks, that was the narrative.
But maybe we'll see as we move towards Six Nations.
Not become that anymore. I don't know if the players are a bit tired.
Maybe they've been worked out. That's what it felt like against the All Blacks. It felt like the All Blacks knew what they're going to do.
The fluid backline movements, which I saw at times in the Australia game, you don't see that. And we were praising Jack Crowley so much, and saying that it's such a seamless transition from the whole Sexton era, but. Maybe they miss Sexton. I don't know. Maybe it looks like it's just a little bit of a lack of confidence. Maybe a little bit of fatigue.
Yeah. Has he been playing that well for Munster this season?
No. Munster's not been doing well. Victor Matfield said that he thinks the issue is that they don't develop enough across the 4 teams, and that the entire focus in Ireland is just on Leinster. Is to build Leinster. That's not what we said. That's what Victor Matfield said. But we would like some interesting comments if anybody watches this.
Yeah.
But he says there's too much of a focus on Leinster. Then someone else would say your national team does well when the bulk comes from one province or from one team.
You think about the Brumbies,
the Bulls back in the day, Crusaders. That sort of thing. So, I mean, it's conflicting stuff, and it's someone's opinion, not Sportstats' opinion. We're just telling you
just quoting another guy.
Quoting another guy.
Yeah.
Okay, are we going to move on?
Let's move on.
Japan beat Uruguay.
Mighty Uruguay.
Fiji beat Spain. Scotland beat Portugal, and then we played against England. Springboks.
I don't think we need to say anything about Scotland and Portugal.
No, we don't need to say anything about
the Springbok game.
There's a fly.
Yeah, Springbok game. That was
had me worried in the beginning.
I thought it was going to be a very
try
high
after
scoring.
3 minutes.
Yeah. Marcus Smith
with some great change of direction, great pass.
Yeah, maybe a little bit of an error there from Eben to not force him more that way.
Force him outside. You have to tackle from the inside outside. Yeah.
So maybe an error there.
Great finish. Did everything well.
Yeah, and then Grant Williams coming back with his try. That was a nice response. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
That was a classic.
That's a classic. That was like a little dummy. Yes, and then left. What's his name? The fullback.
Stewart.
Left him for dead.
It's good.
Flat-footed. Yes, he's got pace and good feet. And
in the build-up to this game, there were SuperSport on Instagram was posting classic, like memorable tries that we've scored at Twickenham. This is going to be one of them.
He has to start ahead of. We were bragging about our stocks, the Springboks, at scrum off.
Yeah,
and he's at the moment the top of the tree.
He's the
we look at where we were with Herschel Yankees, how good he was in 20. What was that?
2019.
2019.
Yeah.
And the competition there is extremely good. And Williams is just he doesn't go on his own as much as he used to, and
that's just his service is like so quick.
Crisp, and he's the guy has X factor yet
just
again.
Yes, I hated when a scrum half knocks the ball on in a ruck.
Yeah, no.
Yes,
looks up.
I hate that. Okay, he did that twice, which was frustrating.
No, there are still things that he needs to sort out.
If he could just sort those out, he might be a great.
Yes, and such a glorious try with it, like so unique, the 2 charge downs, eh?
Yeah, where does that happen?
So
2 charge downs and the
in
ball
the field of play
stays completely parallel to the sideline.
And he's like arms completely extended, 100%. It was just maybe slightly questionable whether it's a bit was onside. It looked like he just went a little bit early.
Yeah, because also like the last feet story, like where were the English players?
Yeah.
Like where was the ruck?
My first instinct is that he gave a step before the ball was lifted behind the last.
So you think he was onside, but he went early?
Yeah,
okay.
I think he went a little bit early. But be that as it may,
they all count.
It's just those little things of like always being switched on and always being 100% committed. Never jogging or just being like, okay, there's a kick coming or whatever.
The intensity
it can lead to tries, you know. The guys, these are experienced guys. They've been there and they know how to play the big occasion.
Yeah,
you know, it felt like, we said it before, it felt like a must-win game.
I mean, we shouldn't score there. So that's definitely they created that. Yeah, they took a non-scoring opportunity and they turned it into a scoring opportunity.
Yeah. So and then Cheslin Colby, 2 great tries.
Yeah,
and sort of
also a good cross kick from Mani Libok to get to try assist.
Yes,
in there.
But the way he took it out of the air.
Yeah.
To wrong foot. To wrong foot the
Stewart,
the winger, or was it Stewart again?
Yeah. Poor guy.
And just the presence of mind. I mean, it's almost as if this game just snuck him into being nominated for.
He has had a good year.
He has had a great year.
He's really shown like he might be one of the best players in the world. So that nomination is definitely,
and over an extended period of time. Yeah, not just now.
Yeah.
And then immediately they struck back with the underhill try.
That was a bit of a soft try.
Yeah, it was. It seemed like it was just too easy to get over, you know.
But I mean, fired up England at Twickenham, you know, they're going to score.
Yeah. Early replacement for Libok. Do we need to say anything about Mani Libok? I think it's the same thing over and over again. Great with ball in hand, and the kicking just disappoints.
I think he's good against certain teams, and for me now, twice in a row against England, he's struggled. Yeah. And I don't think he played against England prior to those 2. So I don't know, they've maybe worked him out a bit there. And I'll never forget that under-20 World Cup semi-final that he played against, when we played against England, and he kind of cost us the game there.
Wales, was it who did we play where he had to kick the penalty to win us the game? Was against a weakened. Was when we played a weakened team against Argentina, and just like losing to Ireland in a calendar year is sort of feels okay, but that was a penalty to win a game against Argentina that he just missed it by the size of the house. Yeah, you know. Yeah, I don't know. Don't want to harp on about it.
Let's not harp on about it. Whatever.
He's good in certain areas, but a complete fly-off, unless you have Percy Montgomery at fullback, who kicks everything. You need a complete fly-off. Needs to be a good goal kicker,
especially in the Northern Tour.
Yeah, especially on heavy fields. Second Colby try, work to do.
Damien Dalende
stepped inside. Damien Dalende ran over a guy. Yeah, basically just gave it to him and said, yeah, if you can beat one guy, you're going to score. Yeah. And you'll always back Colby to do that.
Yeah. So I actually thought he passed to the wrong guy. I thought he didn't need to go. He didn't need to skip 2 players for that pass. But I mean, it actually made sense in the end, because then Colby on one. It was like 1-on-1, and
yes,
it was I feel like we've seen how many of those tries from Colby.
Yeah.
You know, World Cup, Lions. beats one guy and then goes. You know.
Yeah. Can step off both feet equally well. Yeah, gets aerial, and when he hits the ground, you just don't know where he's going to go.
Yeah, he can do nothing wrong. He can do nothing wrong right now.
Yeah.
Actually, perhaps he is going to be World Player of the Year.
Yeah, we'll talk about that right at the end.
Okay.
Or should we talk about it now, quickly?
Just quickly.
Because I feel that the sentiment vote is going to go towards It's a Bit. Almost like that actor that's been in all these great movies and he's never won an Oscar.
Yes.
And then he makes a movie that's not as good, but they think of all those previous ones and they decide.
I don't know what you're talking about, Oscars and that, but
you know what you know that the films exist and
I
they
know
have
that
a little
films
statue
exist.
that they
I've
give.
heard of them.
And sometimes
I haven't ever seen one, but
and sometimes it's a bit of a sentiment thing. I think that Ibn had a better season, but you've got to give it to the guy.
You have to give it to the guy, but like now it's in a season like previous seasons he should have won it, you know. Now he's in a season where now Colby, I mean both of them are coming to the end of their careers at some point.
Yeah.
Yes, you'd feel like
Peter Steff has also had an amazing year, but for me,
he's already had it.
He's already in my mind out of the three. Colby, Cheslin.
Unfortunately, I think maybe Cheslin.
Yeah, I think Cheslin.
Because I feel like Itzebeth deserved it many years prior to this.
Our lineouts haven't been great this year.
Yeah.
Not great.
Yeah.
And I feel that he has to take some of the responsibility for that. We've struggled in the lineouts. I don't know.
He's such a legend, but now in this year he had to be up against Colby, you know.
Yeah.
Can it be Doris for the Irish watchers?
He's brilliant.
But has he had a standout year?
I thought in general, I think he's a better rounded player than Van der Fleer in my mind.
Yeah.
I've said it before. They're both extremely good, but I don't know if with the year that the way that Ireland's ended the year, I don't know if he'll get it, but maybe he will. I don't know. The scrums. What do you think? Our scrum against England again. Gerard Steenekamp.
I think there was a penalty against him.
Yeah, he got a yellow card.
It was a bit indifferent, isn't it? We got a penalty or two, and
they got a penalty.
Andrew
Brace.
Andrew Brace.
What a guy.
Yeah.
What a guy.
I think they held up pretty well, England.
Yeah, I think so too. I don't think it was.
I don't think they should feel shamed or whatever.
A lot of new guys coming through. Wilco Low. I thought he had quite a good game.
Yeah, he had a very good game.
Yeah.
He scrums well. You know, I don't know if he's a guy for the future. I think he's like 29 or 30, which means he's got like another 7 years.
That's a prop.
But I think England, considering how we scrum the poo into Scotland, I think England will fancy their chances going into the Six Nations.
We have to say that they were quite unlucky in the games that they've had so far playing.
Yeah.
Australia, I think they would have thought that they would win that game.
Yeah, but they just played wrong against Australia. They tried to run Australia off their feet. I don't think that was going to be the best thing. Against us, they could have won it in the second half. They just... Yes, they made errors.
The two disallowed tries. Do you think Fassi's was? Do you think that was a forward pass?
I don't think that was a forward pass.
I think it drifted forward. They said it clearly goes forward out of the hands. I think the exact opposite.
So. Yeah.
I thought it was flat out of the hands and it drifted forwards because Fassi is like super quick and moving and. Yeah. But then they had a disallowed
also
try.
Also a disallowed try for like a neck roll. That was a little bit of a soft one. He didn't actually need to do that.
Yeah. If if England scored that try, same as against Scotland, it could have been a different thing.
There are these little things that England. There was like I think they did a Cowan Dickey also booked into the line out, and like we managed to steal a ball or two in our 22, and it saved us.
Quite stop-start, a lot of penalties and a lot of silly things again. Not a fluent game, not a performance from either team that you would say, yes, what a test match. One for the history books. It was just, I was just happy that we won.
Very cutesy, very demure.
Yeah, and that we could get out of that 8 point barrier and make a game safe early enough so that I don't have to eat my fingers.
Yeah. It's like England just didn't. They had like 10 or 15 minutes to to make it a real nail biter,
Yeah.
and they just couldn't perform, and then I didn't worry anymore. That
Any
was
win
it.
away is very good.
Yeah.
France, New Zealand. This is taking a while. But
Yeah, that was a spectacular opening ceremony, or whatever you're going to call it. Like, what do they call that? Like,
just the
pre-match
pre-match focus on the haka.
entertainment. It was like, wow, like the lights lighting up the crowd in like red, blue and white, and the haka like was bathed in light.
Yeah,
you know?
And a really good game.
Really
Also, tight game.
Also, like a spectacular game. Like,
actually, New
high
Zealand
intensity.
getting close with penalties, and rather than you would think with a breakaway try.
There was a discussion with Scott Barrett, like post-match or
Should
whatever.
they have gone for
He
the
was
try
like,
rather?
he doesn't know. Should he have gone for the try rather, get ahead?
I think old New Zealand would have backed themselves.
Yeah, maybe not quite confident enough.
Yeah,
but I mean, I must say, the All Blacks, what a showing for for a team that everyone thinks is down and out. Beat Ireland in Dublin, and then push France to, what was it, 29-30.
Game that they could have and maybe should have won.
I thought they were gonna smash them there at the beginning when they scored those 2 tries
in the beginning.
It's a bit like in the World Cup as well, though, didn't they? In the World Cup last year, they also scored early, 1 or 2 tries early.
Yeah, I think they should have kept it tighter like they did against. A little bit less of the risky passes. And
because the French, they've got some quick wings that, if
and
there's an error.
Some of it was of errors, some of the tries, some of the points.
But what was the story with the French fly-off? Was it Jalibert, who didn't want to be on the bench?
Didn't want to be on the bench.
So he just declined.
Yeah,
It's like,
I saw a post that said, go play soccer, go play football.
It's like, we're picking you to play for France. He's like, no thanks, no thank you, no, not for me.
No, bit of a. Okay, so we've spoken about Australia, Wales. I felt really sorry for Wales. Australia got a red card with the Karevi head collision. It's too much to talk about. I thought Australian play, it's difficult to gauge against the Wales team and an Australian team where there are so many players that I don't know. I know more Australian names than I know Welsh names.
Yeah, but I mean, I'm just thinking now. We do know.
No, I thought the winger Rogers was quite good. We know Beard.
You're talking about the Welsh now.
Yeah, we know Jack Morgan, Wainwright, Anscombe, obviously. But like you said, Cam Winnett. I don't think I've ever seen that guy play.
So that fullback.
The fullback.
Yeah, I've seen him before. I think he plays for the Cardiff Blues or someone. I actually don't know who he plays for, but that guy looks like a child.
Yes.
He's playing against like men.
But the style of play that Australia played, I thought was really attractive rugby. Obviously, they scored 52 points.
Yes, how's that Wright guy?
Is
it Tom Wright?
Yeah.
That guy and that Swali'i, I think his name is. That new youngster.
Who came on.
They've got some exciting backs, eh? I will say that.
Yeah, and the Lucy's, Fraser McWright, Rob Valentini, Jorgensen, obviously Karevi's back, Len Ikitau. I always praise Len Ikitau. Always seems like he has a great game.
I disagree with you that I think that the Aussies actually look a little bit settled.
Yeah. No, they did that. We actually know this team fairly well. How's Nick Frost, eh? At the pace of the lock. To go score in the beginning.
Yeah, that guy is super quick.
Yeah. No, I thought
he made like a break there. I remember down the left.
I thought they played really well. I felt really sorry for the Welsh. I have to say that we have a few guys over across the channel there, Alan, and Sam Emmett and stuff that supports Wales, and we need Welsh rugby to be good.
Yeah, I remember when used to, and it's funny because like Gatlin brought like this whole vibe in with, like, if you think back to like Jamie Roberts, Mike Phillips, as in these big athletes. Yeah. And now you look at them now and you're like, who's no one? Yeah. What are they going to do?
It's a very difficult era for Welsh rugby, and you hope they can recover.
Losing a guy like Louis Rees-Zammit, that guy's like a specimen. Yeah.
a lot of guys that seem to have retired at the same time almost, or stopped playing, or went somewhere else, or whatever.
Yeah.
You know, if you pick a Lions team now, I don't think there will be a Welshman in the starting line.
No, they look like B division players, isn't it?
Yeah, that's sad to say, but
Yeah.
I can't think of one guy.
Yeah, if you think back to some of the Lions tours where they made up a bulk
Yeah,
of the team, I mean,
yeah,
if you think back to the last Aussie tour
yeah,
for the Lions, all I can think about is like that man George North
yeah.
scoring tries and
Brilliant tries.
you know,
Yeah,
no, it's
at the
sad.
top of his game.
And they're like a proud rugby nation. How must they feel like?
Yeah, but like I always
10
say,
games in a row?
I always feel so sorry for the countries where it's their national sport. Because
Yeah.
in Europe, I think it's Georgia and Wales where
Yeah.
rugby is the national sport.
Yes.
There's no other.
Yeah.
Maybe Romania.
What must those kiddies think?
Yeah.
They must feel like Proteas fans.
They're gonna start doing something
They
else.
must feel like
They're gonna
Proteas
start
fans. That's how they
Playing
must feel.
lawn bowls and
Yeah. Acknowledge my
darts.
cricket joke.
Oh, yeah, the Proteas. Oh,
Okay,
no,
but
we
now,
don't want to talk about that.
can we lose to Wales on Saturday?
We're gonna pick We're gonna pick Hanekom and Jordan Hendricks at fly off. It might be a risky selection, but I think he's going to give everyone a run, Rassi.
Yeah, I think
I still think we'll win,
we still need
even
some
if it's
cool
a closer
guys. We
game.
need some cool guys.
Yeah.
I think Peter Steff didn't play. Did he play last week where he came off the bench?
Mm.
Guys like that, you know.
Yeah.
Just keep some guys, and then because we can't lose to Wales. We mustn't.
No. We haven't. What was the statistic? Can't remember if it's 2011 or 2014, the last time we won all our games in the Autumn Nations series.
Yeah, we won all our games in 2013. That I do know.
Maybe 2014 was the last time. Then.
No, 2014 we lost to Ireland.
Okay, well maybe it was 2013 then.
Yeah, I think it was 2013.
That's long ago.
2016 bad, 2017 bad, 2018 we lost to Wales. Can you believe that?
Yeah.
Just the other day that Wales was smashing us.
Yeah. No, you think of some names.
2020. Wait, what about 2021? Did we lose a game?
I saw a statistic somewhere. It was
Some time ago.
okay.
2021 we lost to England. Never mind.
Yeah.
No.
But okay, it's we're not playing Ireland or France.
Yeah.
Mm.
If the All Blacks had pulled that off, if they had beaten France, which they could have,
Yeah. Yes,
I think they've made a statement.
They have made a statement. Yeah, one or two things that they need to be better at, but they're on the right track.
They're on the right track, definitely.
Yeah.
They're gonna next year's rugby championship.
Yeah.
Gonna be tough.
Yeah. Yeah, with Australia, well, we'll see when we play Wales. But it depends on who we pick. Yeah, but I really enjoyed the style of rugby that Australia played.
Mm.
Okay, that's an extremely long video. That's half an hour.
Really.
Cheers.
Cheers.